Alright, this video is just a little bit out of order. We actually shot it 3 months ago, but we're only getting around to posting it now. You got a problem with that?
Here I am again with my Nintendo sit-down machine that I got the other day. The last video I had the game turned around and you mostly saw the working side, which was cleaned up a bit. This is the non-working side, which is quite grimy and dirty, and I figured you might want to see some of the gross, disgusting stuff up close. I have been taking it apart so that I can clean it up. For example, it'd be impossible to clean up this stuff with the thing in one piece. And oh yes, down here's the control panel with what appears to be a bird dropping on it. And well, you know how stuff gets in the cracks of your remote control? Well, it's pretty gross. There, taking a look inside, we can get a good look at the electronics that are here. Actually, there's not much in the line of electronics on the non-working side, seeing how the actual motherboard is on the working side. Basically, there's just some wires and a non-functioning monitor, a little burn-in on it. Bet you can tell it's Tetris. And if you look a little closer, let's see, where is it? There it is. There are actually still quarters hanging around in this machine. In fact, since I got it, I have managed to retrieve about $2 or $3 out of this machine. So it's a nice little rebate that it's been giving me. As I was mentioning before, these do not have the original control panels on them. I do have a picture I can show you of what control panel is supposed to look like.
And here it is. As you can see, instead of just one joystick on each side, there are 2 joysticks. Each joystick has 2 buttons that goes with it, not one. And over at the right are 4 player start buttons, allowing the player to select how many people are playing, or other various options depending on the game being played. The control panel itself is a sheet of brushed steel or aluminum with fairly simple markings silk screened on. Is this what my machine was like originally? Well, let's take a closer look and find out.
If I take this out and flip it over and shine a little light on the subject, you can see the underside of the joystick, the underside of the fire button, but you can also see a hole where another button should have been, joystick, 2 more buttons, and 4 player starts. The bad news is that when they converted this over to Tetris, they actually removed all these buttons and the joysticks, which is going to be bad for me because if you take a look, the joysticks on these machines are pretty darn small. I mean, here I happen to have a standard size one here for comparison, and I'm afraid I don't think I've ever seen one at this size available on the net or anywhere else for that matter. So I may be stuck. With the machine turned around again, we're now looking at the working side, and we'll take a look up inside here, and darn it, more burn-in. However, this monitor is working, and here we have some actual electronics. Oh yeah, better use an actual flashlight so we can see. And well, this board itself, that is Tetris. And it is a board from the late 80s. It follows the JAMA standard. The bad news is this cabinet was built in 1984, I believe, and it was before the JAMA standard. And in order to get this working, whoever owned it originally took the wiring harness that existed in this board, and you can see actually cut down the harness that was there, cut the end off of it, rewired it, and well, they even soldered wires to the board itself. So that's not going to be very useful to me.
So here's the plan. First of all, I'm going to finish cleaning the cabinet.
Did it!
Then I need to decide if I'm going to try to rewire the cabinet with a proper JAMA harness or to try to restore it to a fully functioning Nintendo Versus machine. I'm going to need a JAMA harness.
Got it!
Or a replacement Nintendo Versus harness.
Got that too!
I will also need Nintendo buttons.
There you go!
And the switch brackets that go with them.
Ye of little faith!
If at all possible, I will need to find 2 joysticks of the same type as the originals.
Not only did I find you 2 joysticks of the same kind, I even got you as an extra. You can thank me later.
I will also need to find a Nintendo Versus motherboard.
Ta-da!
And games to go with the board.
More proof of just how much I rock. And as an extra bonus, I even got you as a pair of replacement cash boxes to replace the ones that were missing when you bought the machine.
In addition, I'm going to need information on the Nintendo Versus system.
Check out this website.
And most importantly, I'm going to need to get a couple of capacitor kits in order to fix the monitors.
Aw, crap.